The mechanics of how this works. It's telling me that I'm muted. I muted myself on here because I'm going to be joining with other devices in this room. And if you do that and you don't have their audio completely turned off or set to go into a headphone or something, you're going to get really, really bad reverb going on. So be careful with that. That's why I've muted my hosting device, and I'll probably need to mute my remote devices here in a minute. So one thing I want to show is I've launched one of my meetings. I have 3 people, waiting in the waiting room right now. So that's what this looks like. You can click the See Waiting Room button, and it'll give you options to admit them or to remove them. And so what I'm going to do is you can admit all. You can message them and be like, hey, who the heck are you? Or you can remove them if you know that they have no business being there. So I'm going to go ahead and just admit them all, and then I'm going to mute them almost immediately in case we start getting reverb. Okay, so I think I'm safe to talk without really bad reverb going on here. So as you can see, I've admitted my participants. So I've got my iPad, my old phone, and my current phone on here. It looks like it's still trying to connect its audio, which doesn't matter because it's going to mute them all anyway. So sorry about that. As you can see, one of the things I did right away is I opened the Manage Participants tab, which brought up this over here, and then I clicked the Mute All button. Now, when you do that, it gives you the option to allow participants to unmute themselves, or if you need them to stay quiet, you can uncheck that box and just say, yeah, no, they can't. And so they're all going to be muted. They can't talk even if they want to, but if I need them all unmuted, you can just click that unmute all button. I'm not going to do that right now because it's going to cause problems. So a thing that's handy is if people are signing in on their devices and you don't want to remember who Samsung SM is, as the host, you can right click them and click rename and put, Aaron's old phone or whatever you need their new name to be. You can control everybody's name, including your own. If you don't want it to look like Aaron Cunningham, you can click rename and rename it however you need to do that. Some other options you have is if I'm getting tired of Aaron's iPad SAS, or if I need him to talk, I can unmute his audio. I can prompt him to turn on his video. I can send him a message in the chat function. I can make him a host of the meeting so that he has all the same powers that I have right now. If I'm tired of him, I can kick him out of the meeting entirely. If I need to sequester him or, just get rid of him for a little bit so I can talk dirty about him, I can put him in a waiting room and boom, there, he's gone. He's in a waiting room. Over here in the Manage Participants, though, I can see him and I can go ahead and... I can somehow bring him back. Hopefully. Oh yeah, it kicks him out here in the waiting room. I can just click admit and it brings him back in. And there he is. Oh, I got a nice little doorbell notification that he arrived. So those are some of those functions. Now let's talk about breakout rooms. So you can assign people to breakout rooms. You can do it automatically or manually. So this will do it at random. And what it'll do is it'll take them away from the big web group and it will put them in a video, a little Zoom session with just them and the other people in the breakout room. And then you as the host have the ability to jump from breakout room to spy on them and see how they're doing, or you can just stay in the general session with other people who aren't assigned to a breakout room. You can pre-assign them by typing in their emails, or you can go through and manually assign them by clicking manually and create rooms. And then it's going to bring up your participants. So click the little drop down arrow and click assign, and then you can just check the people that you want in breakout room 1. And so boom, there you go, you got that. And then you can also add another room, breakout room 2. We'll assign the old phone, and I'll probably jump in on that. And then I can go ahead and open the rooms if I want. And all my participants just got a prompt to join the breakout room. They have 1 minute to join it of their own volition, or if they don't, it will automatically join them. So as they click join, you're going to see that they disappear from this general conference here. And I can look in my member management and see they're online, and they are in fact in their breakout rooms. So now if I want to go to a room, I can go, well, if I need to move people, I can move them to other rooms. So if I really wanted my iPad in breakout room 2, I can move him to breakout room 2, and then he'll get a notice, hey, you're getting moved to a new breakout room, tough luck. Now if I want to spy on what's going on, I hit join, and yeah, I want to join room 2, and it'll take a minute here, but now I can see these devices. And then if I decide, okay, well, I've had enough fun spying on them, let's go back to my breakout rooms, let's go spy on breakout room 1. Yep, gonna go do that. And now I'll go spy on breakout room 1 and make sure that they're behaving and doing the things that I want them to be doing in there. And then another thing you can do with breakout rooms is you can send them messages. So you can say, hey, wrap it up, 1 minute, and we're back to the group. And you can broadcast that. And then it's going to display, so you can't see it on this screen, but on your participant screens, it says from Aaron Cunningham to everyone, hey, wrap it up, 1 minute, and we're back to the group. And then you can click, or you can broadcast, well, no, that's what we just did. And then if you want to close the meetings, you just hit close meetings. It's going to give your participants 1 meeting to close the meeting on their own, or they can click a leave now option as well and go back to the general session right away. And then you can track what they're doing from here. So we see these 2 participants have left, they left, and then that just leaves me, so I'm leaving the breakout room as well. And now it's going to return me back to the main session. And boom, we're back in the main session. And looks like all 4 of us are here again. And just like that, we've done some breakout room stuff and had great discussion. And now we're back together as a group. So that's a little bit on how to run the breakout rooms, and hopefully that's a helpful tool that you can use for small group discussions in your Zoom meetings.